Dear students, good morning. We welcome you all for the next academic year 2020 to 2021. Today we are going to see 7th Standard English Prose Term 1 and our lesson name is Eidgah. Eidgah stands for, and here Eidgah means the feast of breaking the fast, and it was celebrating by the Muslims for the worldwide to mark the end of Ramadan. And in this lesson was written by Munshi Premchand, and he was a great English writer. And in this lesson we have two main characters, Hamid and Hamina, and we are going to see the relationship between them. Hamid is a 4-year-old boy and Hamina is a grandmother to Hamid. And in this lesson we have 3 sections in this lesson. First section is about how Hamid and the peoples of the city getting ready for the festival. And the section 2 is about how the friends of Hamid enjoying in the festival by getting something from the start. And the section 3 is about Hamid bought a pair of thongs for his grandmother and how his grandmother getting happy for that. And students, now we are going to see this lesson in a story format.
Story Eidgah is one of the greatest creations of Munshi Premchand. Little Hamid is only 4 years old. He is an orphan boy, and his grandmother, Amina, is his only support in this cruel world. They are poor, but their love for each other is beyond description. He goes to the fair on the day of Eid with only 3 paisa in his pocket. But unlike other children, he spends it for the comfort of his grandmother. The long month of Ramzan is over. Today is the festival of Eid. It is a wonderful morning. The trees seem greener than ever. The fields look colorful, and even the sun seems to be shining brighter. The village is buzzing with activity. Everybody is getting ready to go to the Eidgah mosque. The children are excited. They have been dreaming about this day for so long. At last, it is here. Today, they will go to the Eidgah fair and eat plates of delicious sevia, cooked in milk and sugar. The happiest boy in the village is Hamid. He is only 4 years old, thin and pale. His parents are both dead. And he lives with Amina, his grandmother. Hamid has no shoes on his feet. His clothes and cap are old and tattered. But what does it matter? Hamid is still happy. He sleeps snuggled close to his grandmother. He knows his parents will return one day. His father will bring some sacks full of silver. His mother, who has gone to bring him gifts from Allah Mia's house, will return soon. Hope is a magical thing. Amina is crying. Today is Eid and there is nothing in the house. If only her son Abid were alive. All the other fathers would take their children to the fair. Who would go with her little Hamid? What would she do if he gets lost? How would he walk 3 long miles to the Eidgah mosque? Amina is worried. Hamid doesn't even have a pair of shoes. She could go with him and carry him in her arms when he got tired. But then, who would make him sevaiya to eat when he returned? She was going to ask her neighbors to give her the things to make the sweet. Hamid has only 3 paisa in his pocket, but he has wing on his feet. Don't worry, Ammi Jaan, he assures his grandmother. I will come home before dark. The streets are crowded. grown-ups with long mustaches and children wearing shiny new clothes jostle one another. Tongas and carts fill the streets. Everybody is going to the Eidgah mosque. At last, they reach the Eidgah. The prayer is over. People come out of the mosque and rush to the food and the toy stalls. Hamid's friends, Mohsin, Mahmood, and Noori, run to the giant wheel. It costs only 1 paisa for a ride up to the sky and down again. But Hamid would not go. He has only 3 paisa in his pocket. He wants to save it for something special. He doesn't want to throw his money away just for a joyride. The giant wheel comes to the ground and his friends jump off. They run to the toy stalls filled with all kinds of toys. There are soldiers, milkmaids, kings, and ministers, water carriers, dhobis and sadhus. They look so lifelike. Hamid watches as Mahmood buys a policeman in khaki with a red turban on his head and a gun on his shoulder. Mohsin buys a water carrier bent under the weight of his water bag. The toys cost 2 paisa each. Hamid looks sadly at the toys. He also wants to buy one, but then he thinks to himself, they are only made of clay. They will break if they fall. Drop of water will make their paint run. Maybe he could just hold his friend's toys for a bit, but the toys are all new and nobody wants to share. They walk to the sweet shops. He watches his friends buy big, juicy gulab jamuns, sweet sticky sohan halwa, and yellow rose scented laddus. Hamid watches hungrily. Why doesn't he buy something to eat? He has 3 paisa in his pocket. His friends tease him. Buy some laddus, Hamid, says Mohsin. See how good they smell. Nobody share their sweets with him. Who wants them? Let them keep their sweets to themselves, thinks Hamid. Anyway, they are also bad for teeth. Hamid will spend his money on something better. After the sweet shops, there are some stalls selling iron things and metal pots and pans. The boys more on. They are not interested in such things all except our friends. Hamid, who stops to look, he fixes his eyes on a pair of iron tongs. He thinks of Amina, his grandmother. The fire burns her fingers every time she makes rotis. How happy she would be if Hamid gave her the tongs. Also, it was a useful thing to buy, not like toys that would break or sweets that give you a toothache or a stomach ache. The tongs would last forever. Surely his friends would laugh, but who cares? Timidly, he asks the shopkeeper, "How much do they cost?" 6 paisa, says the shopkeeper. Hamid's heart sinks. He has only 3 paisa in his pocket. Tell me the correct price, he says. 5 paisa for you. Take it or leave it, replies the shopkeeper. Please, may I have it for 3 paisa? Asks Hamid bravely. He walks off quickly before the shopkeeper could shout at him. Take it, says the shopkeeper. Hamid's friends laugh as he walks towards them, proudly carrying the tongs like a gun on his shoulder. They walk back home to the village. Most of the children's toys break on the long 3-mile journey home. But let's hear what is happening to our friend Hamid. As soon as Amina hears his steps, she comes out running and takes him in her arms. Suddenly, she sees the tongs in his hand. Where did you find it? She asks in surprise. I bought it, says the little boy proudly. I paid only 3 paisa. You always burn your hands on the fire. That's why I bought it for you. Amina's heart is full. What a lovely child he is. What a large, caring heart he has. Even at the fair, he thought of his old grandmother. Tears roll down from her eyes while she hugs the child. Munshi Premchand,